So if you're going through a hard time or going to go through one, or know someone who's going through it, I wanted to just make this video to share my perspective on hard times, how I deal with it, what it means to me, and how I look at it. Because I've gone through so many hard times in my life. It's like every month I go through a hard time, but at this point I expect it. I see that it's a point of growth. I see it as a point of, if you want to build something better, the old things have to collapse, and sometimes it feels like it's the worst thing, and sometimes I feel like you're gonna die, right? You're not gonna make it through, but always you turn out stronger, and you end up learning something that you didn't know, and you become stronger. And the way I look at it, I'm driving by like these tall buildings here, and I think of it like, imagine a tall building. If the foundation of it had a lot of cracks in it, had a bunch of bricks and stuff missing, and clearly looking at it, you're like, I could see this collapsing, then the best thing in that case would be to just, those big wrecking ball type things, you just wreck the whole place, make it all fall down, and then you actually start from scratch, and then you build it in a way where there are no cracks, there's no stuff missing, because now you know what you need to build exactly and how many stories you want to go high, right? And in a way, it's like we have all these buildings within us, all these beliefs, all these things that we experience as kids or growing up or whatnot, but we don't see it anymore. We don't see there's so many cracks in there. We don't see all the different things that the building's clearly gonna fall anyway. And so now you're at a point, maybe you're watching videos of, okay, I want more out of life, I want to go to that next level, I want things to get better, I want more money, I want a relationship. It's like now all these things you want, but then it seems that everything is falling apart in your life, and you're like, how the hell is, like, what's going on? Like, things are getting worse. I thought things should be getting better. But you have to understand the reason things are falling apart or going to fall apart is because you want that bigger thing. It's because you want to go to that next level, and you can't go there if you're the same person, if you have the same belief, same understanding, and same flaws, right? And sometimes it has to all fall apart so that you could build into that new character, to that new person. So that's how I see that point. That's why the way I look at it is like, hard times don't last, right? Like if you go into debt, if you are like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for my rent, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for my expenses this month, or this, that, but then last minute money just comes in somehow, if you ever notice it, if you stay strong, right? Now if you go into the point of crying about it and it being hard, because it is very hard and sometimes when I go through hard times, it feels like there's no way out, but I try not to participate in it as long. I try to get out of it, whether it's through talking to my colleagues, through talking to other people who are going, because sometimes talking to them, they help me see it's not a big point, and I'm like, oh, that's not a big deal. What am I being hard on myself for? And then I just continue moving again, because most of the time the mind also makes it like seem like it's impossible to get out of this situation and whatnot, right? And sometimes just writing about it, writing about all this negative stuff going through your head, feeling depressed, all that, sometimes writing about it helps remove that emotion and allows you to see, oh, my situation is not that bad. Yeah, I am in debt. Yeah, I have this much on my credit cards, I have this much here, but I'll be fine. I know I have this money coming in, I know I could do this instead. Worst case, I end up moving somewhere else, right? And you'll realize like you're actually gonna be fine. So yeah, like take this as and another thing you could do as well is think of past times where you went through tough times and look at how now you're still standing, right? Now you're still here. and look at, okay, did I learn anything from that? Did anything change in my life after that tough thing? And most of the time you'll notice that something good actually happened after those tough times. And when you look at it that way, then you're like, oh, this tough time is gonna allow me to get something better in my life, you know? So yeah, like that's what the hard times are there for, to teach us lessons, to help us grow. And yeah, right? Because when you also plant, let's say, a seed for a tree to grow or whatever, it has to go through a lot of resistance and a lot of soil to then finally sprout and break free, right? But a seed also is dealing with resistance every single day. So you have to deal with resistance if you want to grow, right? And not want to stay the same. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hopefully that helped someone, at least one person. And you can also save these videos, and when you are going through it, then randomly you see this video and you're like, oh, let me watch it and, you know, push through this point, because everything's gonna be okay, right? So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.